This man is probably one of the most interesting people you will ever know about. In my last video, I covered a bit about his upbringing and also his legendary wrestling career, and yes, that's Hulk Hogan, where he fought Muhammad Ali one-on-one as well as Ric Flair in a super fight in North Korea. Later on, he became a politician, and in one of his speeches, he got stabbed, and he continued to do the speech for 10 minutes until going to the hospital. And the next day, people thought he would take the day off, but he showed up like this to a sports event. And he also personally flew into Iraq to release hostages that Saddam Hussein held by holding a sports peace festival. And he later became a meme. But why? See, in 1989, after his prime in his wrestling career, he decided to do something no other wrestler has done and run for parliament in Japan with his party called the Sports and Peace Party. His whole philosophy was that he wanted to achieve world peace by bringing sports to people. Because he was such a huge pop culture icon, he won like 1 million votes and he was voted in. He became a senator in the House of Councillors of Japan. Fast forward to 1990, Saddam Hussein invades Kuwait and holds a bunch of Japanese hostages. Since the Japanese government really couldn't do anything and had no leverage over what was going on in Iraq, he decides to go on a mission himself where he funds everything and even brings the hostages' families with him to try to negotiate a peace deal. He even converted to Islam and changed his name to Mohammed Hussein Inoki, because he thought this would have better chances when negotiating with the Iraqi government. So he lands in Iraq, and this is an actual photo of his sports peace festival that he threw and invited Saddam's government. After the festival, there was really no response right away, so he decides to leave, but is begged by one of the Japanese hostage families to stay a couple more days. And Uday Hussein, Saddam Hussein's son, personally calls out Antonio to tell him that he will release the hostages, and he also apologized that he was holding on to them for too long. And his mission was a success. He was able to release Japanese hostages and bring them home. This is literally what his political party was preaching. It was sports and peace. The crazier part about this is that after his first stint in politics, he decides to go back to wrestling and fight Don Fry. Yeah, that guy from that video. He also helped the Japanese soccer league that was suffering from no viewership by essentially flying out to Brazil and hiring Zico, a legendary soccer player, to come coach one of the teams, and later Zico ended up coaching the World Cup Japanese team. Stay tuned for part 3 because this guy's lore goes really deep. I haven't even talked about him and Fidel Castro yet.